in the video surrounded by a bunch of choppers. You're the Canadian chopper slinger now.
Oh my God.
You the Toronto trigger squeezer now.
This guy's crazy.
To just not understand black culture. He doesn't understand any culture because why does he have a video where he's got a bunch of guns laid out in front of him? Like he's got, mob ties, but he's currently trying to deal with that problem in court.
Drake just pulled out actual guns in his latest music video and took aim, literally, at Kendrick Lamar. But leave it to Pusha T to step in and call out Drake for pretending he's some kind of street boss.
We're not in your mix, ever. We never want to be in your mix. We don't want.
We don't want to party with you.
We don't want to party with you. We don't want anything from you. Half the time we don't even like your makeup. So it's like
most people thought Drake had humbled himself after getting dragged by Kendrick, but nope. It's 2025 and he's out here flashing weapons like he's really about that life. Drake's still trying to play the mob boss role, but this time it blew up in his face. Fans are roasting him online for trying to act hard, especially since he's also crying in court, suing his label for ruining his image after he lost the beef. You can't play gangster in a music video and then play victim in court. People aren't buying it. But the real knockout punch came from Pusha T. Yep, he's back and he's not holding anything back.
And for me, at that point, I was like, man, this shit reminds me too much of 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And reminds me of everything that happened, within that year and a half.
Your battle with Drake.
Right, but I mean, just the censorship of it and the things that, were stopped and halted and verses and so on and so forth. I was like, oh, this is a real situation.
The brand new Clips album just dropped, and it still has that track with Kendrick on it, the one Def Jam tried to make Pusha take off. Now PCIA is spilling everything. Who tried to shut down the album, who pulled strings behind the scenes, and how all of it ties back to Drake's threats and this messy Clips comeback. Their first in 15 years. Let God Sort Him Out just dropped, and right before the release, Pusha T had a direct message aimed straight at Drake. He hit Instagram with a slick post saying, "Can't nothing stop this?" Great! The lies are very telling. The people will never believe these smear campaigns. And even though he didn't drop a name, fans instantly knew who he was calling out because the timing lined up exactly with news that Drake was allegedly paying off accounts to trash the Clips album without even listening to it. For weeks now, Drake's fan army has been swarming social media, trashing Clips like it's their full-time job. They've been out here saying Clips is washed, irrelevant, and too old to be dropping anything. One viral post said, "Clips should be ashamed of themselves for releasing the worst rap album I've ever heard. These guys are pushing 50. Another hater even posted, "Holy crap, I'm dying laughing watching people try to hype this up. I'm glad Clips is flopping. They should just make better music instead of chasing attention by talking about rappers way more famous than them." Then someone else chimed in, "Poor Clips. Waited all this time just to drop an album that'll get crushed by a Bieber release, a Travis Scott track, and Drake's wireless set. That's like the opposite of a coke high for them." And now, Drake's fans are clapping back at Pusha over that smear campaign line too. One user on X said, "There is no smear campaign. Nobody's cared about Clips since 4 presidents ago. We know because they're going on tour and still can't sell even 20% of their seats. Now they're crying wolf because reality finally hit hard." But here's the real talk. Pusha T's fans are saying all this noise from OVO stans is just a smokescreen to distract everyone from the fact that Drake just dropped another embarrassing diss track and music video. Yep, Drake came out with a new single called "What Did I Miss Over the Weekend?" And once again, he's on there whining about folks switching sides during his war with Kendrick Lamar. Drake even chose to release the track on the 1-year anniversary of Kendrick's Not Like Us. So yeah, it's obvious he meant it as a response, but man, it did not go the way he thought it would. Fans dragged him online for still acting like the victim, even though he's the one who started throwing subliminals at people in the first place and then wants sympathy when they clap back. One person on X said, "Drake always playing victim. He's the fake one. Trying to control your friends didn't work for you, huh?" And another posted, "I wish people would finally get that Drake is always acting like the victim. Lawsuits, sob stories, and now what did I miss? This dude's got a full-on martyr complex." Kendrick already called this out in Euphoria, saying Drake ain't cut out for real battle rap, and fans are now repeating it loud. And of course, there's still that mess about the PDF allegations. Drake is claiming in his lawsuit that his label let Kendrick try to frame him and that it destroyed his name. But what's wild is that What Did I Miss was supposed to clear his name, and all it did was make things messier. Drake really dropped some wild lines in that track, lines that no one facing serious allegations should ever be rapping. One lyric that's got people stunned is when he says, "She might decide to say no to me now, but say yes to me later." Like, we get what he was trying to say, but come on, that line is way too reckless, especially after the internet blew up over that whole certified PDF file song mess. People literally danced to a track calling him out, and now he's dropping lyrics like this? But it doesn't stop with just the bars. The music video for What Did I Miss took things to a whole new level of cringe. Drake's out there in his backyard surrounded by stacks of guns, posing like he's the Don of something. Fans weren't impressed. They were laughing straight in his face. The whole setup looked more try-hard than threatening, and people are saying it's giving actor vibes, not gangster energy. And guess who was first to call it out? Charlemagne on The Breakfast Club.
But, I mean, y'all don't think it's extremely corny for him to be in a video surrounded by guns?
No, absolutely it is.
Like, what?
Yeah, for sure.
Y'all don't think that's extremely corny?
Yeah. But the song, honestly, it just sounds like another good hit Drake. I mean, a good Drake hit. It don't really sound like...
I don't even know if it's.
I wouldn't say.
I mean?
I wouldn't
like
say a hit.
It don't.
It's a cool
I mean,
record.
like another Drake, like single. Like okay, cool, like a vibey single.
Why is he in the video surrounded by guns? What is the point?
Because
you want to go to war because you off the rap battle?
He said nobody cared till they in front of your tombstone. So
I'm not at him. I'm not mad at it. I just don't love the record. It's a cool record.
Why is he in the video surrounded by guns?
It was a reference to something, but I can look up the
Aubrey
reference.
Gun Graham.
Man, he was
A.R. Graham now. That's who you are now. You're A.R. Graham.
Oh my goodness.
This record would make a lot of sense if Drake hadn't said nothing for the last year and a half. If he hadn't said a word, no lawsuits, no nothing, hadn't said nothing, he just came out, what did I miss? I didn't know what y'all was on. Like, that would make more sense.
Yeah.
But you in the video surrounded by a bunch of choppers. You're the Canadian chopper slinger now.
Oh my God.
See, I'm just not. It's cool.
You the Toronto trigger squeezer now.
This guy's crazy.
Huh? What's going on?
You are so, I know that man talk about you in therapy. You are so triggering.
Why y'all? But why, man? That's just tone deaf. You in a video surrounded by guns. You lost the rap battle. It is what it is. You got your ass handed to you for the past year and some change. Now you back with the choppers.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's just y'all cool with that.
He roasted Drake for looking extremely corny and straight up said he's just cosplaying a shooter. It was brutal. Now, Drake's diehard fans are scrambling to defend the video, saying folks miss the symbolism behind the guns. But let's be real, symbolism or not, when your bars are questionable and your video looks like a parody, people are gonna laugh, and they are, in the What Did I Miss video. All the guns are pointed straight at Drake. He's standing between two snipers with barrels aimed right at him. So, yeah, the message is clear. He's trying to show that everybody's out to get him, that he's surrounded, but he's still standing on business. But not everyone's buying it. Some people are saying this isn't deep or symbolic. It's just Drake poking the bear again and throwing shade at Kendrick. One user on X said, "Kendrick's a street dude. He's really about that life. Drake? He's not. He's pretending, running to court talking about he feels unsafe and they said mean things, while still dissing people and waving guns around in videos." And someone else added, "You can't be in the middle of a lawsuit, wrapping around a pile of guns, talking about revenge, and then jump on live stream talking about hurting someone. That's not gangster, that's just messy." And they were talking about a recent live stream that made headlines, where Drake was out driving a big box truck to promote his upcoming album, Iceman.
So what then? So what then, big dog? Don't look away now. Don't look away now. Don't look away now. Don't get shy now. We'll fold that up right now. Nerd. Stop it. Stop it, brother. Yeah. Blessings. Blessings. Big up yourself.
But during that stream, things took a weird turn. Some kids on bikes rolled past him and shouted the B word, quoting "not like us." Drake snapped and shouted back, warning the kid that he could get shot. But just like always with Drake, it didn't sound serious. It didn't land like a real threat. It came off more like a knee-jerk reaction than any real tough talk. Still, fans are saying if you're already in legal trouble, maybe don't film yourself threatening teens while promoting an album. Oh, and in case you missed it, that live stream moment with the kids? Yeah, that went down in Toronto, which explains why Drake suddenly had his full Toronto accent turned all the way up that night. But let's bring it back to Pusha T, because he's still out here pressing Drake like it's personal. Just days before the Clips album dropped, Pusha did a sit-down with GQ and torched Drake over that lawsuit against UMG about Not Like Us.
In your mind, they were being overly sensitive about you rapping about another artist signed to that label. Drake, a huge artist under the Universal banner. And they were sort of playing referee. He was getting Shea Gilgeous-Alexander calls, is what you're saying.
For sure. For sure.
And at that point, you said, all right, I'll keep it moving. You put out Story of Adidon on SoundCloud instead of commercially. The Pop Smoke verse
that happened.
Removed.
The verses get removed. A couple verses get removed. I move on.
Right.
I just move on musically.
Pusha didn't hold back at all. He said, I don't rate him no more. The suing thing is bigger than some rap stuff. I just don't rate you. Straight up disrespect. He made it clear, once legal papers start flying around, it cheapens the whole art form. Pusha said it feels like rap battles aren't even real anymore when one side is bringing lawyers instead of bars. It's like, what are we even doing this for? He said. Then PCIA dropped more behind-the-scenes tea. They revealed that Def Jam actually told Pusha to ask Kendrick to tone down his verse on the Clips track Chains and Whips. Why? Because they were scared Kendrick might come at Drake too hard. But Pusha wasn't about to censor anything. He refused. And that's when things got messy. According to Pusha, Def Jam told him to pull the whole song off the album. He said no to that too. After that, Def Jam dropped Clips altogether, and that's how they ended up signing a new distribution deal with Roc Nation.
Fast forward to 2024.
Fast forward, yeah.
Drake and Kendrick do their thing.
Boom.
Drake files a lawsuit.
Boom.
You play them your new song with a Kendrick verse on it.
Boom.
How do they react?
Now, mind you, the energy up to that point is everybody's clamoring, oh, new album's coming, so on and so forth. Excitement, everybody's ready. Listen, we 10 songs, 11 songs, 12 songs away. I mean, you know, close.
Pusha later told Elliott Wilson that Def Jam was nitpicking every single word in Kendrick's verse, applying serious pressure to erase it entirely. But Pusha stood firm, and now the track's out, uncut and untouched. But Pusha didn't stop there. He took things even deeper. He straight up compared this whole Def Jam drama to his legendary 2018 beef with Drake, when he dropped the Story of Adidon and exposed Drake for hiding a son from the world. That diss shook the industry, but according to Pusha, it also came with consequences. In a new interview with Pop, Pusha revealed that right after dropping Adidon, several of his own tracks got shelved, like the label was punishing him for going too hard at Drake. He said he tried to move past it, keep the peace, and focus on the music. But when Def Jam started pulling the same shady moves with Chains and Whips, that was the final straw. He wasn't about to let it happen again.
We show up with the Kendrick verse, and everything's halted. It's halted. It's said that it will not be put out. They just didn't want to put it out. They would not speak via email.
They didn't want anything in writing.
Yeah, the label would not send emails.
Nothing in writing.
Nothing in writing to my management. They would call my management, 10 times in a row.
And get this, Pusha said the label came up with a random excuse for pulling the track. They claimed it was because he used the term Trump card, and they didn't want any political controversy with Trump. But Pusha wasn't buying it. He called it total nonsense and said the real reason was simple. They were trying to protect Drake. They didn't want two of Drake's biggest ops linking up on a track. Period.
In my opinion, they didn't like the optics
of two Drake foes teaming up.
Right.
Yeah. Did there a line they pinpointed?
Censor? They pinpointed a line where the phrase Trump card was used. Right? And so stupid. Like, it's like the phrase Trump card was used, and they said that they didn't want any problem with Trump or something like that as well.
Unrelated to
unrelated. Totally even unrelated. Yeah, totally unrelated.
Just a Trump.
Yeah.
A Trump.
Yeah.
So you felt like they were looking for something.
Of course, they were looking for
to halt the optics.
1,000%. That's my opinion.
Now, Pusha tried to play it cool in public, saying Chains and Whips isn't even about Drake. But fans aren't fooled. Even the title alone is a slick reference. Why? Because on Drake's collab with Jack Harlow, Churchill Downs, Drake threw direct shots at both Push and Kendrick. He said, "All I hear is plug talk coming from middlemen," a jab at Pusha. Then added, "All I hear is tall tales coming from little men. Whips and chains like a dominatrix," clearly aimed at Kendrick. So yeah, Kendrick and Clips dropping a track titled Chains and Whips? That's no accident. It's a straight-up response. And now the big question, what's Drake about to do next? Word is he's gearing up to drop his new album, Iceman. And while there's still no official release date, he's been teasing heavy on social media that it's dropping before the year's out. So what should we expect from this mysterious project? After Kendrick cooked him last year in their beef, Drake tried hard to play it cool, like he wasn't bothered. He dropped that smooth collab tape with Party Next Door, and folks thought maybe he'd finally figured it out. Maybe he was done pretending to be some kind of shooter and would stick to what he does best: R&B rap, heartbreak bars, and melody-heavy joints. But fast forward to now, Drake's out here rapping about revenge, flexing in music videos full of weapons, and throwing fresh shade like the beef never ended. And now he's even hinting that Iceman is gonna shake things up for real. He recently posted on Instagram saying, "I grew up non-confrontational and always treated this game as a sport where my pen won gold. But these days, the podium has been hard for all of us to ignore." He added, "I understand that this next chapter may leave you feeling uneasy, but I hope you see my honesty as clarity, not charity." That answers some questions, especially about the unanswered texts you've been sending me. So yeah, sounds like Iceman isn't gonna be some chill, moody vibe. It might be Drake's way of spinning the block one more time. Will it be redemption or just more drama? Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share if you want more tea like this. And don't forget to hit that bell so you never miss an update. See you on the next one.